Hey guys, it's been a while since I've given a video and I'm back in the car, not at my house, but I keep hearing this word over and over and over, and so it's on my mind this morning. I heard it again. It's the word hunger. Um, we all get hungry, and like if we don't eat within a certain period of time, then we're gonna have our stomach will make noises. We'll get hangry is the word that a lot of people say, is like, I'm hateful because I'm hungry, and I'm angry because I'm having, but hunger comes from when you don't have, and so we want to look at as food, kind of like make that analogy, but we become hungry when we don't have food. Okay. But like we could be hungry for caffeine if we don't have caffeine because it's not giving us this fix. We could be hungry if we don't have chocolate. We could be hungry if we don't have, like the things that we rely on every day in life. And the two talks that I kept, I heard, and then I kept hearing this word hungry. What are you hungry for? Okay. And I don't want to talk about that in life. In a food sense. I want to talk about that from a life standpoint. Is like, what on the inside of you are you hungry for, that you are ready to do anything that you can do to get it? Like if you were in the wilderness and you were starving, you would do about anything you could to get food, and you would probably eat about anything that you would eat to satisfy that need inside of you. And that's where we have to be cautious, because if you are hungry for things that are not pleasing to God, then you will do things that are against your morals, against your values, against your boundaries. And so you have to get to a place in life that you're craving God's way, God's will for your life, and that those hungry pains that you have for life, maybe it's relationships, maybe you hunger affection, or maybe you hunger the feelings of being in love and someone caring for you and things like that. You could really fall into a trap. You could fall into a pit that could change your whole trajectory of your life, that could even change God's purpose for you in your life, because you're going to grasp at whatever that you can get to fill that need. And you might not be making wise choices. You might be just choosing it because it's available to you, that you might have some common interests, but like you really don't know because you're just settling. And so hunger, what are you hungry for in your life? Maybe it's like success, maybe it's for a job, maybe you take, and I can reflect because my niece reached out to me last night, and we were talking about her job and about her life, and there's a root to what she's doing with her life, and she is only 21, and she's a manager, and she works like nonstop, like literally her life consists of work. And so success, she's successful in her job, but her life, her personal life and her soul are really losing, because that hunger for validation, that hunger for success, that hunger for approval, she is working herself to death and not recognizing. And we had this talk, and so she recognizes, and that's good. It's just a matter of, what are you going to do about that? Because when you fall into that trap of, where you wake up and you say, oh wow, I made some wrong choices, this isn't what I should have done, what are you going to do about it? What action steps are you going to take to get yourself out of that pit, out of that hole? But first comes awareness. And so in our lives we have to self-reflect and say, are there things that we do or our doing is because we're hungry. You know, are we hungry for a need? Um, or, you know, and if that's the case, what are you filling that hunger with? And, you know, when you find out what are you filling it with, the next part is like, what's the root of that? Like, why do I need that so bad? Okay. But when you allow God to consume your heart, your mind, your body, your soul, and you're seeking Him and His will, and you're walking with the Holy Spirit living through you, and having a Spirit-filled life, it's not that you won't struggle, but you recognize things clearer. You are not in the fog. You are aware, and you're able to give that to God and say, you know, I have an unmet need here, and help me work through this, instead of taking it into your own hands and filling it with whatever you get to fill it with. So today I want you to, the truth is, that just because you're hungry doesn't mean you eat that. Okay. And I'm going to relate to that, to the way I eat, to food, is like, you know, we're in such a fast-paced world that we stop a lot at fast food places, and we are not eating home-cooked meal with fresh vegetables and fruits. And so we're living a life that is so full of just busyness, which is from the devil, by the way. Being so busy, you can't reflect, and you can't be still and silent and hear God. But we tend to drive through fast foods, and that food that we're eating is processed. It's full of chemicals, it's full of salts, and it's full, you know, which later causes diseases, causes health problems. And so because this area in our life is messed up, then we're making these choices which cause our life to be messed up a little more, and then we have more problems. So it's just like this snowball effect. And so what we have to do is say, you know, I might be hungry, but that particular choice isn't good for me. It's not healthy for me spiritually. It's not healthy for my heart. It's not healthy for my mind. It's not healthy. You know, no, they might be able to fill that void, but they're not right for my soul. And or whatever, you know, you are doing, weigh it out with whether or not it's a good choice, if it's healthy. But the number one, is it okay with God? You know, would God approve of this? And if the answer is no, then that's a no-brainer. You know, God won't confuse you. You'll know. And I just need you to weigh those values. Think hard. Look on the inside of you and check out your life. Is something off kilter? Are you participating, or are you attached to, are you in covenant with something that you just were hungry at the moment and you grabbed whatever? And so that is like something you really need to reflect on and make choices when you find those answers. And hope you have a great day. And I'm getting ready to go eat. That's funny. I'm waiting on my daughter to eat, but and hungry just kind of went along with that. So thank you. Have a great day. And you know, if you like this video, if you learned anything, please share it. I'm trying to expose lies and fill it with truths from the Lord, truths that will make you live a life that is healthy, whole, and that you become thriving, not cuffed and condemned and living in shame and condemnation and chained. Life is supposed to be lived free. God wanted heaven on earth, and He never wanted you to be chained to things. And so, yeah, have a good day. Thanks.